Hey friends, hey, what is up? My name is Naz. Welcome to my channel, girl. Over here we talk about all things lifestyle, beauty, and fashion, and we get into some creator chats. Today's video, we are going to be talking about the tech that I use for creating content. That means the lighting, my equipment, tools, cameras, my lenses, iPods, all of the tools, okay, that I use to create content. We're gonna be talking about today. So let's hop right into this video. The first category, I'm gonna just jump right into it, okay? We're gonna talk about some of the cameras that I currently use to create my content. We'll start with the oldest and then go up to the newer cameras that I've collected over time. Now, the oldest would technically be my Canon Rebel T5, and I got that camera, I wanna say 2014 is when I got that camera. So throwback, okay? She's part of the Rebel series. I don't use that camera anymore. I still have it, but I don't use it. So I'm just gonna talk about the cameras that I currently use to create content right now. Like where we're at right now, that's what I use, okay? So we're gonna talk about the G7X. Now, I've had this camera for, I wanna say since 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. And you can definitely tell, okay, she's definitely been through what she looks like what she's been through, okay? But I will say this girl, she's a rider. She's a rider. Now, this was my first vlogging camera that I used. I don't use it to vlog anymore, and it's mainly because I've just evolved and my content has also evolved. With that, my equipment has evolved, and I don't like the fact that I can't change the lens out. It's honestly just a point and shoot type of camera. It's not even really for vlogging, which I've learned. Shout out to my girl Taylor. It's really for pictures. Now, I know an influx of creators are, you know, making this camera really popular now because of the picture quality. Now, I think it's cute for pictures. I don't think it's the best quality. In my opinion, even though I've had this for a very long time and I do like the camera for, you know, what it does, I don't think it's worth, I think this camera's going for like over $1,000. When I got it, it was significantly cheaper. Now, I would suggest investing in, if you're looking to get this for just for pictures, girl, take pictures with your iPhone, okay? Take pictures with your iPhone. You will get good quality pictures with whatever phone that you're using. If you're looking to get it for vlogging, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it as far as the vlogging goes, but the lens, like I said, it does not, there's no way for you to change the lens out. So it's not gonna give you that wide angle that you want when you are a vlogger, or if you shoot videos or long form videos in general, it's not gonna give you that. So I really like her. I still use her. I'll pop up some pictures that I recently took on a trip. And like I said, I like this camera. I just started using it for pictures though. I never used this camera for pictures at all. It was strictly to vlog. But since I have it, and since TikTok has shown me, my algorithm has shown me so many girls using it for photos, I just started dabbling with it. Now, when I take my photos, I'll just show you guys in case you have this camera, if you're thinking of getting it for picture purposes. I shoot on C, which is custom, and this is what it looks like. I'll just show you here. So that is C, and from here what I'll do is go over to add in, I don't have a card in it right now, but I'll press over to turn the flash on, and then you want to turn your flash on, so just pop that up, and then from here you are going to, you see that little flash right there? You're gonna hit that, and then you're gonna go over to the flash, boom, and there you have it. And then you're gonna take your picture. I don't have a memory card in here, but it's cute. I believe that's the reason why a lot of girls are getting this camera, because of the flash photography that it gives. Like, I'm not knocking her, I'm just trying to help y'all save some coins. But if you got some money to spend, she's a cute little camera to keep in your bag, you know. She's not very big like a lot of the cameras are nowadays, which is also a plus. You can put a cute little cover on her so she ain't got to be, you know, flipping like around like that. Yours won't be as bad as mine. But yeah, this is the first camera that I wanted to show you guys because she's the oldest, the G7X. Now, so this is my Canon 90D. I first purchased this for photography. If you are new here, I was a full-time photographer and makeup artist. So I would do the makeup for my clients as well as take their headshots or their creative shots. And this was the camera that I invested in to go full-fledged into photography. So this is the Canon 90D. It is a crop sensor camera. It is not full frame. I wish that I did invest in a full frame camera in the beginning, but child, my coins was not coining, okay, like they are today. With that being said, I feel like this is a great camera, given the fact that it's not full frame. I think she is, and this camera eats, okay? I love the Canon 90D down. The only thing that I don't love about it is how huge she is. She is a bulky mama, okay? Can you see her in all her glory? Now I do have a 35mm lens on this camera because I was using it for pictures and I really like the pic. I'll actually show you guys a picture with this entire setup, the 90D as well as the 35mm lens. And this lens is, actually, should I talk about the lenses right now? I'll talk about this lens since it's on here. This is a 35mm lens. I believe the brand, oh, here it goes, Yonungu. It was a $100 holla from Amazon, y'all. And I wanna say it's probably the best $100 that I've spent on a lens. It gives exactly what it's supposed to give for $100. Now, I would not suggest using this lens to record anything because she is extremely loud. Let me see if you guys can hear it. I'm gonna hold it up to the camera and my mic. You hear it? And all she's trying to do is focus, okay? So can you imagine recording like a video that I'm recording right now and, you know, trying to show y'all the lens, trying to show y'all stuff up close and personal, and it's just loud. It's like, girl, telling all my business, all my secrets. It is so loud. So for that reason, I would not recommend using it for film unless you're doing like B-roll, or it's not something where you're actually talking to the camera. I think even if you have a mic on, I feel like it's still gonna be extremely loud. You could test that theory out. I have no interest in shooting video like direct to camera, like how I'm talking to you guys right now. I have no interest in shooting videos like that. However, I would shoot B-roll, some like supporting footage where I don't have to talk to you guys. So yeah, that's why this lens is on this body, is because I was taking pictures with it. I really like the pictures. They turned out really cute, gives you a nice depth of field, especially for the price. So this is a 35mm lens. Of course, I'll have everything linked below. Now back to the camera itself. What I currently use this camera for right now is primarily pictures. I have shot some B-roll on this camera, but I will tell you, if I'm shooting B-roll on this camera, it's honestly because my Canon R8 is being used, and that's the current camera that I'm recording this video on. And it's just big, girl. She's so big. She's extremely heavy, especially if I have the kit lens on here, it's even heavier. So she's a little light because I have this smaller 35mm lens on here. But yeah, she can get pretty hefty. But I will say the video quality is really, really good. It's really smooth on this camera as well. So I really like this camera. I don't pick her up as much because I got a newer camera, but she's not going anywhere, okay? She's not going anywhere. The next camera I want to chat about is my current vlogging camera. Now, this is what I currently use. This is the DJI Pocket, or the Osmo Pocket DJI 3. Chow. That name is so long. I use this camera right now to vlog. I don't have any of the extra like lenses that go on top of it to like make it even wider, or like the ND filters or anything like that. I just use it how it is. Now I do like this camera. I like it for what it does. I do plan on upgrading my equipment, my vlogging equipment, but as of right now, she's doing it for me. I really like this camera to travel with. If you watch my Portugal vlog, the entire video was shot on this camera, and the amount of compliments that I'm getting on the quality, the color was in the editing using CapCut, but just the overall vibe, the feel of it. I will say the current settings on this, they're all kind of default. Like I don't shoot in manual. As far as the exposure goes, it's on auto. Now I know a lot of people's hang up about this camera is the color payoff. And I'm with you, girl, okay? Especially coming from a Canon, this was huge, like it wasn't a downgrade, but it was a huge difference in what I was used to as far as the color payoff goes. I mean, you can even see it in this video. The color is coloring, okay? However, with this camera, because it is shot in D-Log, it gives you kind of a gray hue, which is great if you are into editing your videos, like really editing them, like going in and color grading them. That's perfect. But if you are just a regular schmegular girl like myself, I can see how that could be frustrating, because that's the last thing you want to do when you're editing is going through all these clips. Even if you tried to compile them all together, you would still have to go in those individual clips and color grade them, and that could be a headache. So that is probably my only hang up about this camera. Now she's a little thing. I don't think she's meant to do a lot, and that's why I want to upgrade my camera equipment. Now when I do upgrade, I can see myself mainly taking this out in public, and out like on trips and stuff like that, because I obviously wouldn't want to be holding like a big old camera while I'm on trips and stuff. I love this because it is small. I love it because it is discreet. I love it because of the gimbal, the smoothness, the slow-mo shots in my previous travel vlog. Oh my gosh, y'all, like I was editing it and getting so excited for y'all to watch it, but I myself was just like, wow, what? And I know if I tried to like pan without having like a gimbal setup or anything like that on a regular camera, girl, them shots wouldn't have been as smooth. So I really do love the characteristics, the qualities that this camera holds. It just isn't practical as far as the color goes for me, and just it being like my main vlogging camera. I don't think she's meant to hold it down like that, okay? I don't want her to be breaking down on me. I want her having no issues. So yeah, I like that it's small. I like that it's compact. I love the gimbal feature. I do not like the coloring. The battery life is meh. It could be better because I shoot and I record a lot. So for me, this isn't practical. I feel like someone who maybe uploads once a week who doesn't post that often. But also I don't even use the vertical. I don't use the vertical at all. Now this is a nice feature. I ain't gonna hold you. I do like that idea, but for me, I feel like I get better color payoff with my phone. If I just use my vertical, if I just, you know, shoot regular on my phone using the vertical option. So that's one reason. Again, I don't really use this angle. I always use it to shoot my YouTube videos. So yeah, it's a good camera. I do like this camera. I'm not gonna hold you. It just, the longer I've had it, I'm able to like kind of pinpoint what I do enjoy and what I don't enjoy about it. And the color payoff, the battery life, is probably one of them. But I do feel like she's a rider. A rider as in she's extremely stable. Now it does come with the cover that you're supposed to use this with, and I will be the first to admit I wasn't always using my cover, okay? And I would literally throw her in my purse. I know, horrible, I know, not too much of me, but I would throw her in my purse and she was knocking. She was You can hear a little bit. She was knocking horribly, so bad, during a few trips that I went on, and I was like, oh my gosh, I ruined my camera. But she's doing great. The knocking has simmered down. Okay, so this is what the cover looks like that I currently use, and the one that I honestly prefer over the one that it comes with. So it comes with this one, which there's nothing wrong with this, but for someone like me that, you know, carries purses and things like that, I feel like this one is pretty bulky to have in my purse. I just don't like it. I don't like this thing. Now this is the one that I currently use. Now you see it has a little cover for, this is how it goes, I'll show you. So I can cover my screen as well as protect the lens, and it's literally, it's just so sleek. It's so sleek, it's so thin, and I really like it. You just pop it off when you want to use it. I haven't had any issues with it like popping open randomly. Yeah, it just, I'm pretty sure this is great like in case it falls or something, but I do use this sometimes, but it's majority, it's this one for me. I am so sorry, y'all. I thought I had my mic hooked up this entire time, and I did not. I absolutely did not. So hopefully the sound quality improved, okay? Moving on to the next camera, girl. Okay, so the next camera I wanna talk about is the current one that I have right now, that I'm filming on right now, which is the Canon R8 and the 24mm lens. That is my setup. That is a setup that I have been using for my direct-to-camera videos, my designated videos, my sit-down videos, and I've also been using it to shoot a lot of my short-form content. I'll pop up some of the videos here. I love this camera. I am absolutely obsessed with this camera. She has replaced my 90D. Okay, like I said, I still use her for pictures sometimes, but I'm learning to shoot on this camera. Now, when I first got this camera, I only bought the body. I did not get the lens or the entire setup. So I purchased the 24mm lens to go with this camera, okay? So that is the current setup that I have right now. I did recently get another lens, which is the little nifty 50, okay? I did purchase the 50mm lens for this camera, mainly for like, you know, those close-up shots, detailed shots, B-roll shots and stuff like that. But in the beginning, I will say I was not like impressed with the picture quality. Not, the quality itself was good, but I didn't really like the, I don't know what it was. I honestly don't know what it was, but I wasn't feeling the pictures when it came to this setup. But the pictures that I recently took while we were in Portugal, girl, shut me up. Shut me up. I literally ate my words because I was against this lens for pictures, you guys. I only liked it for video. But I love it for pictures. Look at the quality here, like these 8 down. Pictures in the bed, I actually just used the Canon app and had the camera set up on a tripod, and you know, took my pictures that way. And then the other ones my husband took, and yeah, I think they look great. I think they look great. I absolutely love this camera so much. Now the reason well, one, I really wanted this camera to improve the quality of my short form content, but I really like it for, like I said, my designated YouTube videos as well. I used to shoot a lot of my short form content with either my G7X or the Canon 90D. Like I told y'all, the Canon 90D is a big mama, okay? She is thick, she is big. But it gives like the same type of quality, but better. It is a full frame camera. The 90D is crop censored. So this is really good. Like I said, even for pictures, portraits, lifestyle, creative shots, like, girl, the camera's amazing, okay? I ain't got much to say. I love that it's a full frame camera. It's my first full frame camera, and she's small. Like, she was affordable compared to like what you would pay for the R6 or the Mark 5D Mark II. You know, like, she gives quality at a cute little price point compared to the $3,000, $4,000 cameras, okay? She gets the job done. I really love this camera. I've been obsessed with it since I got it. This was on my wish list. So yeah, now I know some creators use this to vlog. I haven't tried to use it for vlogging yet. I really like it for designated videos or just, you know, shooting content, my short form content. But yeah, I don't know if I even will try to vlog with this camera. Yeah, I don't know. I think she's still a bit big, even though she's significantly smaller compared to the 90D. I just don't think that she is small enough for me to walk around with vlogging. That's why I'll continue to use that camera until I get the one that I'm thinking of getting real soon. As far as my settings go, now if you can tell right now throughout this video, the color has kind of been, or the light, the exposure has been going up and down. That's because I'm shooting directly in front of a window, a massive window. It's my patio window, might I add. And it's midday, so my bad, girl, bear with me. But I'm mentioning that because I know a lot of people want to know my settings. Now, realistically, I can give you guys my settings and what it is that I use. I'm only mentioning this because a lot of people want to know what settings I use. Now, I can mention this to y'all, but honestly, it won't mean anything. It won't do you any good if you guys don't have like my lighting, if that makes sense. Like, you could have way more lighting and way better lighting, and I can give you my settings and you apply those settings to what you got going on, and it could just wash you out. You know what I mean? So I will share what my current settings are right now, just to give you guys what you want, because I'm getting so many questions about my settings. When it comes to this camera, I kind of jumped from AV, which is like a aperture focused setting, and then manual. So manual is typically what I would shoot my photos on, but recently I've been picking up manual because I don't know, I just like that you can kind of customize it, if you will. So I have it, the shutter is at 1/50 and my f-stop is at 1.8. So that is actually the lowest that this lens will allow light to come in. And then I have my ISO at auto, so it's kind of adjusting as the light comes and goes, as the sun pops in and pops out, opposed to me having to like go back and, you know, as the sun is coming in, I have to go in and adjust it, and it just would be a headache. It's already a headache dealing with the highs and the lows and the shadows and the things, but I really wanted to shoot this in natural light and no studio light, so we got to do what we got to do. But I'm just sharing that for the girls that are interested and really want to know my settings. It's different, and I wanted to point that out because I do get that question a lot. I encourage you to learn your camera, girl. Learn your camera, learn your lighting, learn your f-stop, your ISO, shutter, all of those things. That way you know the best lighting and the best setup and the best settings to have for, you know, what you got going on wherever you're shooting. So there's that. Also, every time I take a sip of my drink, my lip gloss want to run. So my bad. It looks like I'm drooling, but I promise you I'm not. Got me out here looking crazy. So those are all of the cameras that I have. Really quick, I just want to talk about a few of the lenses that I use. So 2 prime lenses that I currently have are 50mm lens. I have 2 50mm lens, and they are for my 90D and the Canon R8. Now I have 2 because I cannot use I can't use this lens on my 90D because that's a crop censored camera. So I have to use, for that camera, that 90D, I have to use a lens that says EF. EF. This is important, okay? Because I've made the mistake of buying a full frame lens that's supposed to go on a full frame camera for my crop sensor lens, and it's not compatible, girl. Okay, you're gonna mess the camera up. But yeah, so you want to make sure that it is an EF lens if you have a crop sensor camera. For my full frame camera, it says RF, so I use this one. They're both 1.8. Yeah, they're just 4 different cameras. So yeah, I really like this 50mm lens. It's like one of those lenses that you just need to have in your kit, especially if you are just dabbling into photography or just dabbling into creating content. If you want those really nice crisp shots and that good depth of field for a cute little penny, like it's not too much, not gonna break the bank. Now this one was $200 for the RF. I believe I purchased this one a very, very, very long time ago, and I want to say I only got this one for $100. I don't know if the price is the same. Either way, I will have them linked, and I will have them labeled for if it's supposed to be for a full frame or a crop sensor camera. Now this is a 75 by 300 millimeters. So it, like, the zoom is crazy. The zoom is crazy on her, okay? I really don't know why I bought this lens. I need to do a video of like showing y'all the quality of the lenses and like how I would use them all. I think I was just trying to build my little kit, honey, and just was like, add to cart. It is a Canon lens. Yeah, I don't know, girl. Girl, I don't know. Y'all, I can literally see my neighbor's license plate from across my alleyway. Like, I can see it clear as day. Like, I don't even have to squint, or it's literally in the palm of my hand. That's how close, that's how far this lens is reaching. This is hilarious to me because what did I think I was shooting? Birds? Girl. This is the kit lens for the Canon 90D. I will post a picture of what this looked like right here. Using this, I actually love the kit lens for the Canon 90D. I don't got no problems, okay? I don't got no problems when it comes to the kit lens. Any kit lens for that matter. I think they're pretty good, but I do favor a prime lens. I just feel like they just a little bit better, you know what I mean? A little bit better. All right, now let's talk about some of the accessories. All right, now we're gonna talk about some tripods, okay? We're gonna get into a few accessories and I wanna start with tripods. So, starting with the first one, this is actually a desktop tripod. I needed this one because I'm using a heavier camera than my G7X. And I typically would film my short form videos on my G7X when it came to like beauty videos, not my 90D. So with the G7X, it's smaller. It can go on like a flimsy tripod, but the R8, she got a little weight to her. So I needed something that would keep this camera upright and not, you know, on the ground or on my desk. So I like this one because, as you can see, she's pretty heavy duty. And she does extend. There's two little extensions right here, but it doesn't go up too high or anything crazy. It's perfect for the desktop. A lot of the times when I was filming some of my short form videos, I wanted, obviously you have to tilt it this way so it can be vertical, so your camera can be vertical. And because of the weight of the camera, it would often tip over. But another issue that I would run into is the tripod being too tall for what I needed. It was too tall for it to be directly onto my face, if that makes sense. Like, it would be higher, it would be a bit high, and I mean, I'm not that tall. So I would either have to sit on some pillows or do something to like get myself leveled, make myself leveled with the camera. With this one, it's smaller, and also in addition to the two extensions right here, you also have the little neck extends as well, which I really like. So this one fits perfectly. You see how big it is. It doesn't go out too crazy. Sometimes the legs on the other tripods would go out so far, and now it's just too much for the desk, okay? This one works perfect for the desk. It's sturdy. It holds the Canon R8. Haven't tried the 90D. I don't need to try it with the 90D, but it holds the Canon R8 perfectly. So I definitely suggest this if you are someone that films on their DSLR or their, you know, big girl camera, okay? If you don't film on your phone and you use your cameras, but you need a good sturdy desk tripod, I highly recommend this one. So you already know, girl, I'm gonna have it linked. Another one that I keep on my desktop is this little tripod. Now this is just for the phone. I really like this one because it extends and it's just sturdy. I feel like it's out of the way. I don't always want a tripod on top of another tripod on my desk. So this one is just nice and flat and it's out of the way. Sometimes those little legs can get in the way, especially if you're using multiple tripods on your desktop. So if you want to film, you know, on your DSLR and on your phone or capture content on your phone, this is kind of out of the way. I like this one. I haven't been using it as much though, and I'm gonna tell you why. Girl, it's honestly because of this one. This little tripod here, I've talked about it in one of my recent vlogs, but shout out to Shelly. I am Shelly. She actually posted this on her Instagram and I ran to grab it right away. This is a tripod that allows you to record or vlog or just set up multiple devices. So up here is where you could have, you see, I actually had my vlogging camera on here. This is the little battery piece that goes to the Pocket 3, but the camera will sit up here. Or the G7X or whatever camera, I've also used the R8 on this, so it is pretty sturdy, but you could also have your phone right in this little spot right here, which is perfect. So you can get your short form content and you can get your long form content 2 for 1, a little 2 for 1. So that's kind of the reason why I ain't been using her as much, but she still comes in handy. But this is everything. Now I will say, I wish the legs were a little bit more sturdy. What I mean by that is I wish there was a way to tighten it to lock the legs in place, because it kind of just has one setting and they just go out. Now you can obviously, you know, open it and be a little bit careful with it, if you will, and kind of like just place it like that. But it's very, like you can see, it's very loose. So I don't like that part. I wish there was a way to lock it like my other tripods, but it's not like a make or break for me. It's just more of a want. I wish that it was a bit more sturdy in that aspect. It gets very tall. It gets extremely tall, just like the other two that I'm about to show you right now, which I also really like because I can be leveled with the vlogging camera as well as my phone camera. Yeah, I love this little tripod. I'm gonna have a link for you guys below. The other two tripods that I use are from, what is this? Oh, it's not the same brand, but they're the exact same. But I really like these ones because they get very long and I feel like they're perfect to go in a bag. Like if you're having a content day and you carry like a tote or a duffel bag, these fit perfectly and they get the job done. They also come with remotes. I've actually never used the remotes because I don't typically shoot with my phone, but if a remote is something that you're looking for, they come with a remote. They go extremely high and these actually lock. You see right here, this is how you lock it in place. You can also tilt this part, so if you want to get like an overhead shot, that's really nice. This has also held my Canon R8. I don't know if I trust it entirely, but it will hold the Canon R8. I typically use these for other tools that I use for filming, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But yeah, I highly recommend these. They fit perfectly in your bag, and they're light for traveling. If you're anything like me and you like capturing content while traveling, I feel like these are the perfect ones to travel with, opposed to traveling with the big tripods, which you guys are currently on right now. That's the last tripod I want to talk about. I use this one for pretty much all of my sit down videos because it's just it's the heavy duty one. This also gets extremely high, extremely tall. It's so good, but it's heavy duty, so I can tilt the camera every which way and know that my camera is secure. And yeah, I just really like this tripod. I feel like it was a good price and I've been using her for a little minute. Okay, I actually have 2 of them. So yeah, that is the other tripod. That's the last tripod. Oh no, I have one more tripod. This is the last tripod that I wanted to show you guys. A lot of you probably already have this or know about it, but a lot of you guys probably have this, but it's just a small little baby tripod. I typically use this one. Well, I was using it for the G7X, but now I use it for the Osmo Pocket 3, the DJI 3. I use this when I go to the gym. I really like having this on hand instead of just setting my DJI up on the floor. I just like that it has the little legs. It also, you know, you can turn it every which way and it'll lock as well. But it's so cute and small and discreet. I feel like just like the camera itself, it's very small and cute. You don't have to have like a huge, one of the big tripods while you're, you know, in the gym or whatever it is that you're doing. You can just have a cute little small one. So yeah, I definitely recommend having a little baby tripod because she gets the job done. All right, I told you about the tripods. Now let's chat about a few other tools that help me elevate my content this year. All right, the first piece of equipment that I want to share with you guys is how you're hearing me right now. I want to share my microphone. I absolutely love this microphone. I am gonna say too much. Like, I mean, y'all can hear it. The quality is pretty good, especially given the price point. I mean, girl. So I have the one that has the 2 transmitters and one of the receivers. So it's like a little 3-piece and it comes in this charging case, which I really like when I can remember to put them on the charger. But it also comes with a lavalier. Is that how you say it? Lavalier mic, where the one that is like the little, like a mini mic, the one that you can clip to you, but you can connect it to the camera and kind of just hold it. So it does have that cord attached to it. These are wireless. I actually have the transmitter connected or like latched on, clipped onto the camera right now. And then the receiver is on top. So it's completely wireless. If I wanted to, I could clip it on right here, but I feel like the quality gives no matter how far you are. So I could literally be outside talking and it still will give quality, okay? So I really love this. This is the Movo, I don't know the name, Movo something. I'll put it up here, and of course I'll have it linked for you guys. This is another piece of equipment that I use. Now this is for my photography babes, okay? I use this to take pictures in low light settings. This is the newer one. Yeah, the newer brand. It's the TT560. I'll go ahead and have it linked for you guys. I've had this one forever, for years, you guys. But if you are looking to get better with photography, or just wanting to explore more with your photography, and you have a DSLR camera, I definitely recommend getting some type of supporting light that can help you in those low light settings to give you that really nice crisp flash photography. Yeah, I'll post some of the pictures that I've used with this. I've used it in very different ways. Depending on the direction you have the light bouncing off of, it can give you some pretty dope shots. So if you have a really good camera, but you just cannot figure out the lighting, get a speed light. If you have that DSLR, that little hot shoot that you can place this on the top of your camera, it'll change everything for you, okay? Everything. Next, I want to talk about batteries, or battery chargers rather. So this one is a dual battery charger. I definitely recommend this one, or the one that I'm currently using. I can't show it to you guys, but it is called a dummy battery. I have this plugged in. I have the dummy battery plugged in right now, so I can continue to shoot this long video for y'all. If I didn't have you guys plugged into the dummy battery, which is connected to the power outlet, I would literally have to keep stopping this video just to change and swap out the battery, because realistically the battery life isn't the best, and that's not just for the Canon R8, but any standalone battery, you're gonna have to charge it over time. And I believe I've been filming for over an hour now, so I probably would have had to change this out at least twice. So with that being said, this one is for my 90D, and I have 3 batteries for it. This is before I knew what a dummy battery was. I don't have a dummy battery for the 90D, but I feel like I might need one now. I definitely suggest that over this one. Now, if you're out and about, it's just really good to have multiple batteries charged. So that is why I like this one. If you're out and about and you just aren't by an outlet, it does make sense to have multiple batteries that are charged. But girl, if you can get you a dummy battery, I highly recommend it, especially if you're doing like sit down videos. Not even sit down videos. I use it a lot for my short form content. When I'm shooting my short form content on the Canon R8, I have it tilt over vertically, and I have my dummy battery in, and I never have an issue at all. So if you are tired of switching your batteries out or stopping what you're doing as far as filming, you could be mid-sentence and all of a sudden it's dying, and now you have to wait for that battery to charge. Either have backup batteries or have a dummy battery, okay? It'll save your life. And the last thing I want to talk about is my monitor. So this is the Phil World 4K monitor. It's a 5x7 monitor. I absolutely love this monitor. It's given iPhone, okay? Bigger than iPhone. I love this monitor. I actually usually have it plugged up, or not plugged up, but I usually have it sitting on another tripod right alongside my Canon R8, so I can see exactly what it is that I'm filming. I don't know about you, girl, but I am a blind baddie, okay? And a lot of the times I'm not wearing my glasses. So instead of trying to look inside of this smaller monitor that's connected to the camera and like squinting to see if I'm in frame or in focus, I have another monitor without having to have that big computer monitor, because realistically, like, girl, who has the time and who has the space? This one, I can see myself. The color payoff is beautiful. It's in real time, so it's no lagging. Like when I move, I'm moving on here, if that makes sense. It's not like glitchy or anything like that. This is a good monitor, y'all. I am so happy that I invested in this monitor. I also feel so much more confident when I'm shooting my fashion videos, because I can see myself. A lot of the times when I would shoot my fashion videos, I would like constantly be walking up and like looking to try to see like if I'm in frame or not, because I love shooting with the Canon R8. And I don't have to do that. I don't have to squint anymore, but I literally have it right next to me now. So it's not even by the camera a lot of the times, because I invested in a longer HDMI cord. I can literally have this thing on the other side of the room. I have a very, very long HDMI cord. The one that it comes with, I broke. I broke it because it was so small. I feel like it was literally this long, and I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and I was trying to move the tripod, and I literally heard it like, it was like, I was like, no. I thought I broke the monitor, or at least the the jack or the port part, but nope, I didn't ruin it. It was just the cord that I broke. So that told me that I needed a longer one. So I just got a really, really long one. So now I don't have to have it right next to the camera. I can have it right next to me and I can see. I can see everything. So yes, I definitely recommend this if you do like fashion content, if you do sit down content. It's really nice to just be able to see a bigger screen than the smaller one. Or even if you don't have, I know some cameras don't have that ability to flip out. This would be great. If your camera does not flip out, this would be so good for you to have alongside so you can see and make sure that you're in focus and in frame. So definitely worth the investment. So happy that I got it. I've only had it for a month and I'm already obsessed with it. So you need a monitor, girl. Highly recommend this one. All right, now let's talk about some lighting. All right, let's jump into some lighting, starting with probably my smallest light. This is, I think this is the Ulanzi brand. It doesn't have a name on it, but I'm pretty sure it is. It does not have a cool or a warm setting. I think it's just like cool. But this is what it looks like. I'm just gonna set it right on top of my lens, actually. I'm gonna set it right on top of my camera. But this is what this gives. And it gives even more, of course, when it is dark. When I have like no light, other light, but this one, it's perfect. I've had this one for a good little minute. I don't know how long, but I like it. It uses the USB-C charger, and I also can, it has like this little hot shoot where I can put something else on top. I don't know what, maybe another light or a camera, or I don't know, something else. Like you can literally add, or, oh, I think it was a microphone. Okay, I feel like this was like a vlogger camera or a vlogging light, but my G7X doesn't have a hot shoot where I can put a light on top of it. So I never used it for the G7X, but I do remember them using it for like a Sony, and then they had a mic set right here because there's three little ports right here. So you have this one, so you have this one, you have this one, and then you have this one. So they had it set up to where you can put other things on here as well. Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting, but girl, I just sit it on top of my camera. Especially if I'm doing a sit down video, I will use this one in my room and just have it right where I currently have the microphone, and it works perfectly. The only thing is it does not have like a cool or warm setting. It's just kind of cool. So yeah, you can't adjust the lighting at all, but it is a really good light to have. It's really cute and it's really small. The next light is the Alex Earl light, the dubbed Alex Earl light. This one I really like. I like keeping her around because she has a little clip, but also y'all see the material, and I like that you can brighten it and then you can change the settings as well. If you want the warm light, if you want the mixed, if you want it to be cool, like you got options, girl. You got options, and you can clip it on your phone. So I really like this one. I keep this one in my purse. I feel like the battery life is pretty good too. Also, I've used this light and clipped it onto a tripod as well, because you have this little part right here where you can twist onto a tripod. So I was using this one before in my little, I have like a little cubby space that I carved out in my closet for my beauty videos. I was using this one until I got her. Big Mama number 2. This is the Anygon light. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'll have it linked, but this is the light. And I like this one because it is extremely bright. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. Okay. Oh my gosh, this light is so bright, and I don't know if that's the highest setting or not, but let's see. That might be. Let me stop looking at it. Okay, it was a little bit more. I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but this light is extremely, extremely bright. Now you can play with the temperature. You can also play with how bright you want it. You can go up, you can go down. It's literally blinding me right now. Now with this one, she is heavy. The battery life, I feel like, is not the best, but you can use it while it's plugged up, and this does take the USB-C as well. You can also add the little clip so it can sit on top of your camera, and you can sit it on a tripod as well. I typically keep it on a tripod. You can also play with the temperature, so this is cool, and then you can make it warmer, warm. Let me stop looking. And then you can make it extremely warm. and then you can have it like in the middle and stuff. There's also, I'm not gonna point it at me, but there's also like a strobe feature. So this is blue, and then there's like a strobe feature if you want to make a crazy Halloween video or something. And once it's in the blue, you can play with the temperature. So this is orange, this is red, this is pink, this is purple, this is blue, greenish. So yeah, you can play with the temperature and the color, which is really nice if you want to make any fun or creative videos. So yeah, I really like this light. I do wish that, honestly, I don't know, I guess beauty videos, it does take a long time. So that's the only reason I say like it doesn't have a really good battery life compared to my other lights. But yeah, I still like her. I still like it. I just keep it plugged up, and I don't actually comes in a pair. So this is the newer panel light. I'm not sure the exact name, but it is a video light. So it's specifically made for video. You won't have to deal with that. Like, I know sometimes when you use an LED light, you'll, depending on like the type of light, it'll give you that flicker effect, and we don't need that. So this is a good video light. They come in a pair. I typically use these like one on either side of me, or I'll use one in front of me or off to the side of me, and I'll have one highlighting the back of me. It elevates the overall vibe of the video when you have that highlight light behind you. I also have LED lights on my wall, so that also adds, you know, a layer, another added effect, which I really like. But yeah, these lights are great. I feel like they were not that expensive. Of course, I'll have them linked below, but compared to a lot of the other panel lights that I saw, I think these are really great. Now you have a yellow setting and you have a white setting, so you can make it as cool as you want or as warm as you want. I typically keep them both in the middle, but they get extremely bright with just one. So yeah, it's really powerful. They do have these two battery ports back here where you can use this wireless. So if you are out and about and you need some light, maybe you're in a garage or you're doing a creative shoot somewhere, you need some powerful light, you can use these lights. You just have to get the batteries. Now it didn't come with batteries, so you'll have to get those adapters separately. It didn't come with them, unfortunately, but I think it's an added feature that is really great. If you are doing a creative shoot somewhere, maybe you're in your garage, outside at the park, and you need some extra light, girl, bring a little panel light, okay? But just make sure you get the batteries. And then the last light I want to talk about is the umbrella light that I have. I got this one probably around the top of the year, and I mainly got it for my beauty videos. I just really like that light coming down on me and using a reflector underneath me. It just gives it a very pretty vibe. I really like this umbrella light because it comes with a remote. You can have your settings to be cool. You can have them, you know, warm, or, you know, in between, that mixed light and warm. Also, you can dim it and you can make it brighter, all with the remote. I love that, especially while you're filming. Like, you don't want to have to get up and try to like adjust and all those different things. And then another addition, it's smaller. It's not your typical like big umbrella light. I feel like it's perfect for my room or to have it in a small space. It breaks down easily. I keep mine up, and yeah, I don't know. It's very small. For me, I feel like it's very small in comparison to umbrella lights that we have seen in the past. This one gets the job done. She's cute, she's small. You can travel with her. It comes with the cutest little travel bag too. So if you need an affordable, overhead, cute little umbrella light, you need this one. I got you. I'm gonna go ahead and link it. All right, girl, we done made it to the end. I just want to share the last few accessories that I currently use for my content. Starting with cases, I can't remember what exactly this case was for, but I feel like it works perfect for what I need it to work for. Typically when I am traveling, whether it's a brand trip, a regular trip, work trip, I like to document, as you guys see. You know, I vlog everything. With that being said, I needed a case that would protect my cameras. So recently when I took this to Portugal, I actually had my R8 in here and my lens. Okay, another way that I like to use it, I can have my DJI pocket in here. I can also have my G7X if I wanted to take pictures, which recently I have been taking pictures with it. I can also have this light to film and keep my SD card case in here as well, which is another case that I wanted to share with you guys. But it has like these inserts, and it's very cushiony. As you can see, it can hold the micros. Each insert has 2 slots for the micros on top of all of the bigger SD cards, which I love this one. And it's a hard case and it snaps. You can hear it snap. So this can go in there as well. If I wanted to, I could put the little tripod in here as well. And I could also add my SanDisk in here too. And I got all my little equipment in here, girl. And I got a little nice little holder. But it's not like a super hard case. It is a little soft, but it is hard. So it definitely can protect the things. Now, if you wanted to use this on like your carry-on or something like that, I like this idea of having everything in one little bag. If you're not a photographer, I know photographers and videographers have photography and like tech bags and stuff like that. Girl, I'm just trying to shoot content. So I will carry this in my carry-on. I don't have to take any of this stuff out because they're small. But if I needed to take anything out, everything is just in one spot and it's together. This also works really great like if you want to go to the beach or something like that, or if you want to go out and you want to be able to shoot content and you don't want everything just clunking around in your bag, free balling. You can have everything in this case instead, which I really like. So I love this case and I really love that SD holder case. It is everything, you guys, especially because my DJI has the micro, the mini SD cards. I need those little slots. I used to use this one. This is just a little, it's almost like a little book, like a picture holder. You know how the pictures back in the day used to have the little plasticky, so it ain't really protecting much, and it's cloth, so I feel like if it got wet it would get damaged. So yeah, this is the one that I used to use. All right, so something else I recommend if you are creating content is to have something where all of your content can be stored on. Now I used to use this, which is crazy. This is my second time filming this video, and the first time I filmed it before my trip, I actually was raving about this. I was like, I love it, it's so good, she's done me good, this is my girl. And I have 2 of them, and this one is the one that has everything, my memories of my grandfather, my wedding. I have some wedding photos and stuff, thank God, stored in my Lightroom, but a lot of stuff is on here. And I can hear something moving in there. Baby, she needs to be repaired. I really hate that for me, but yeah, it just completely stopped working, and that's why my vlog a few vlogs ago didn't have a lot of footage was left out because a lot of that footage was actually on this hard drive. So I was told to get this instead by a few other creators. They recommended that I get this, and also of course don't edit from your hard drive. So I got this now. I like it so far. This is 1 terabyte. I'll link it for you guys if you ever have issues with like a hard drive like me. Girl, I'm gonna link this for you, okay? So you don't got those issues, so you don't lose your footage. But yes, this is what I'm currently using now. I mean, I like it so far. I've only had it for a few weeks, so I can't really, you know, I mean, it's holding stuff, okay? It's holding stuff, and it's smaller, it's compact, and I feel like it just, she working. Look, I don't want to talk about it too much because I'm still triggered by that hard drive. I also have these. I do have a smaller one for my phone, the one that just plugs right into the phone where I can transfer the files. But I also have these 2 USB converters or adapters. So this one can go into my laptop. It can go into both of the ports, so I can still charge my laptop if I needed to. But it also comes with all of the, I really like this one. This is the one that I use the most because it has all of these ports. You see that it has the micro SD, it has the regular SD. I can charge my phone. I could also hook whatever else I need up to it. It literally has everything on this one. This one is also really good. The only difference is this one has the HDMI, so this one is also, I guess this one is a bit better because it has an HDMI, but we do have 3 USB ports. We also have the micro SD and the regular SD ports as well. So yeah, I don't know why I don't be using this one as much. Maybe because of this cord. Like, things with cords be scaring me, girl. Like, just stay connected and don't move nowhere. But yeah, I'm gonna have to use, I've had both of them for a really long time. So I think it's also just nice to have 2, like a backup in case something happens to the other one. So I have these. I think you definitely need them if you make content, because I mean, if you make content like me, because I create a lot of my content, about 90% of my content on my cameras, not my phone. So I need these for sure. And like I mentioned, I also have one that goes directly into my phone. I just can't find it right now, but those are also nice to have on hand. The last thing I want to show you guys is the suction mount that I currently use. It's attached to my vanity. I don't want to take it off, so I should be showing you guys what it looks like. I've had this for a minute. I believe I had it first in the car, and then I brought it in. It was in my bathroom for a really long time, and now it is on my vanity. I leave it on there because I've been trying to get more comfortable and more efficient with my phone, so it's easy for me to attach my phone to it when I want to shoot back-facing camera content for TikTok or Instagram. So yeah, I really like this one. It's very strong. Like I said, it's been in multiple places and it still is very, very sturdy, very strong. It actually was extremely hard to get off of my mirror in the bathroom. I like it because I don't have to set up a tripod. It's one less thing I have to have on my desk because it's attached to the mirror. So yeah, for that reason, I love the little suction mount. It works perfectly. I definitely suggest it even if you don't like make beauty videos. If you make designated videos, maybe you do sit down videos or reviews or hauls or whatever, and you know like you're gonna be in one spot all the time, I definitely recommend it. Just have it suction somewhere. It's just out of the way. It's floating basically, and you don't have to worry about tripods and cords and, you know, all that other stuff. So I highly recommend. All right, y'all, I know this video is extremely long. Hopefully you have a better idea of what I use, how I use it, why I use it, why I invested in it, and all the other things. I'm trying to think if I left anything out. I don't think I did. Although I know I showed you guys a ton. My primary things that I use are the Canon R8, the 24mm lens, that is the setup. I use the Movo mics when I'm doing short form or my long form content. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 to vlog. The G7X gets used sometimes for photos, not all the time. And my desk tripod. That's probably, I use that one a lot as well. And along with the regular tripods too. Oh, and my monitor. I can't forget about my monitor. Ever since I got it, I've been using it like crazy. So I definitely recommend that if you guys need a monitor. If you don't get anything else from this video, get that monitor. You absolutely do not need any of this to start your creator journey. All you need is a phone. All you need is your phone. But I completely understand wanting to upgrade and level up your content and your overall experience for your audience. And that's why I have accumulated so many things, because any chance I get when I can upgrade and just, you know, level up when it comes to my content and how I show up for you guys, I do just that. So that comes over time. That's why I'm letting y'all know this now. That comes over time. Don't go out running and grab anything from this video if you have not already started using what you have, which is your phone. Okay, if you've already been using your phone, or even if you've been using like a little camera that you are like, okay girl, I'm ready to upgrade, make sure you're being consistent with whatever you have first before you start investing and before you start upgrading. How I kind of look at it is when I invest in something new, for instance, this camera, I made a goal for myself. I wanted to make sure that I hit a certain goal, or, you know, subscribers, before I purchased this camera. I wanted to make sure that I was being consistent, whatever consistent looked like for me before I purchased this camera. I wanted to make sure that I was really going to show up and the investment was going to be worth it before I paid all this money for this camera. So make sure you got goals and, you know, you have an end goal too, as far as what you want for yourself and your content before you invest in any of this stuff. But I hope this was helpful. I get so many questions about what I use, how I use it, and all the things. I have another video in mind. Let me know if you guys are interested. I just kind of want to take you guys behind the scenes of, I mean, I do this already. I show you guys the behind the scenes of me filming content, but showing you, taking you a little bit more depth inside of my planning process when it comes to planning out my videos for long form and for short form. So let me know if that is something that you guys are interested in, and I'll go more in depth on the settings that I'm using at the time when I'm shooting those videos and stuff like that. Behind the scenes stuff. If you're interested in the behind the scenes of a content creator, let me know, girl. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if there's something else that you want to see on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, thumbs up, comment, all of those things, and I will see you guys in my next video.